All right, that's not a problem. Let's get started. Want to welcome everybody on a Thursday afternoon. I appreciate taking your time. I realize that this weekend is Memorial Day weekend. Woohoo! We start the holidays. It's the beginning of the summer, and I want to first tell everybody enjoy your weekend. Enjoy with your families. If you're traveling, be safe.
Okay,
Uh,
bye.
do we have Andy Zabaripa on the line on
No,
with us? Andy Zabaripa's not here. It's his
no, I didn't
birthday.
see him.
Is it his birthday? I understand, or is it
It's his
was his?
birthday, yes.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, okay. He missed it. Tell him he missed it. Okay, he's probably out celebrating. Okay. Few announcements. First of all, I want to announce to the district there is a new position here. District Governor Aide will be Didi Arizmendiz. So Didi will be my district governor aide. She'll play a very important role, as you'll see in the upcoming presentations. I believe Didi has an exceptional amount of talent, skills, and expertise in Rotary, and not only that, not to mention her professional skills is needed to fulfill this position. And I'll explain a little more in detail. She'll be working with me on my club visits, traveling, and other daily activities that I have going on throughout the district. So welcome, Dee Dee, again, and thank you for taking this position. Okay, and let's see here. Okay, now let's get another announcement is we do have our installation banquet coming up. It's June 26th. It's Saturday, 5:30 p.m. at the Echo Hotel in Edinburgh. I do have an installation committee working on that. My chairperson is from my home club, Edinburgh. Her name is Trisha Manal. Trisha Manal has diligently, has excitingly taken the position. We had a little setback, ladies and gentlemen, because she lost her husband a couple of weeks ago. So we just had a little temporary setback, but we are on track again. We get the lineup going. We're working on the program, and we'll get more information out next week with details, okay? So we're working on the menus. We're working on a lot of things going on that. Also, one more announcement is that before the installation banquet, we're going to have another senior team meeting. One last big push with the district. What we're going to be doing, it's a preview tonight, but we're going to finish it up in one more meeting before the July 1st. I don't have that specific date yet, but Darlene and I will be working on that, and we'll get that out to you soon. Okay, now, also want to thank everybody on a great district assembly we had part 1 and part 2. We had outstanding, I believe, real good participation. I want to thank all the presenters that presented. Helen, fantastic. What can I say? You did fantastic. Betsy Pasanya, fantastic. It was very passionate. Everybody did a great job. I just can't. RLI, can you believe that? Andy Hagan on the little smart and short video, but came through with Dr. Z with the new vision committee. I like that. That's coming up pretty good. So also want to welcome all the assistant governors that are here tonight. And that's what we're here to do. I won't take too much of your time, but let's talk about business. Let's talk about priorities. You should have received, Darlene, my district secretary, has sent out to everyone on this meeting tonight, has in their possession, and I think we'll start with Justin, if you could start out with the district action plan, if you mind putting that up there for me.
District action plan on it.
We don't call it, as Andy was talking about, we don't call it the strategic action plan anymore. It's now the District 5930 action plan. Okay, there it is in front of you. Okay, did you make it? There you go. Thank you. Can everybody see that? Okay. Okay, assistant governors, as you know, most of you are going into your 3rd year as assistant governor. Some of you are coming into your 1st year as assistant governor. So I would love to have those who've been around 2 years, going on 3 years, to step up to the plate to help the younger ones. So that's Victoria Mosqueda. Jane Cross is a new assistant governor for Area 10 in the Edinburgh. She's out. She had major surgery. I have been speaking with her, and she comes in and out. So she had, all I can say is major surgery, and she's out for at least another couple of days. She'll be back. So those are my two new ones. Darlene, did I miss somebody else? I think
JD
well,
and Craig is also
JD
brand new
Craig,
to the
I'm sorry,
position.
JD.
New
And I
one,
think
absolutely.
Yeah,
Rogelio
new.
is waving his fingers.
Rogelio, Assistant Governor, coming up. Okay, these are my four numero unos. No, I'm just kidding. Number one. Okay, best. These guys are joining the team, Assistant Governors. Your role as Assistant Governors are very, very important. You play a very vital role with me as a District Governor to those clubs. You have approximately 4 to 5 clubs assigned to you in your area. You have an assigned area. Okay, so let me have right here in front of you is the district action plan or with the visionary that I have for my coming year. So let's go over it real quick here. If you mind passing it down, going down a little bit, foundation. Now, Juan Lita's not here tonight. He called me today. He was unable to attend. So I'm okay with that. But Juan Lita is our district chairperson. And he and I went over these goals here, grow E-Ray, every Rotarian every year by net 1. Okay, by the way, anytime you see this, it's by the end of June 30th, okay, 2022. You can see grow Paul Harris, grow the annual fund given over last year per club, excuse me. Grow Polio Plus Fund over last year's giving. These are the priorities that we have set forth in the for foundation. Now, Juan Lita has already got more. We talk about global grants, district grants. All that falls in this areas here. You as assistant governors will be talking with Juan Lita, and we'll be sharing this to the clubs, and show them that this is the district how we're focusing on. And have those chairmen, those clubs should have their foundation chairpersons. So we want to communicate with them when it comes to foundation and also the president nominee. So we want to keep that intact. Any questions so far on the foundation priorities or goals? Anybody have any questions?
I have a question, Rogelio, and
Yes, sir.
excuse my ignorance here, but net 1, you mean one what?
Well, if you had 30 at the beginning of the year, July 1, and you finished at 31 at the end of the year, you did a good job. Okay, why is net 1? Let me explain. As you know, June 30th comes around and a lot of clubs do a lot of cleaning, a lot of purging. Luis can testify to that. He's been in membership. Okay, so we can grow throughout the year 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 members throughout the year, through the months of January, February, March, and so on. But when June 30th comes around, boom, it just nosedives. And then what's the net? And usually the net is 3 or 4, district-wide, okay? And I'm just giving you an example. So I think a club should grow by at least a net 1. I'm sure they're going to grow by +5 or +10. Some clubs will, some clubs won't. But from a district average, or from what I'm looking at, I think if you grew by 1, you did well. Okay.
I just wasn't sure if it was one person or 1%. But one person.
No, I originally I had put a stretch goal here, net 1 with a stretch goal of 3 +3. You know, but we talked about it, and Juan said we felt pretty good with a net 1. And you know, historically, if you've been listening to or been going to the membership meetings, Luis and Helen, they put out the historic 10-year historic membership pattern in our district, and you can see the ups and downs, and you can see why we come up with this, you know, sort of number. It's a number. It's something to shoot for. Okay, it's a minimum. Okay. Any other questions?
Yeah, Mondo, Tessa Carrillo has her hand up.
Yeah, hi, Armando, it's Tessa. I'm sorry, I don't have a video.
Sure.
What's confusing me is that under the first category of foundation, you're saying grow every Rotarian every year by net 1. So that means, I know every Rotarian every year is to donate your $10 a month, 120 a year. But so what does that mean?
Oh,
net
exactly.
1.
I'm sorry, Rogelio, I was looking at membership. Yeah, every year Rotarian, first of all, E-Ray, the program E-Ray, we have a Rotarian should be able to donate $100 per year to have the every Rotarian every year. And
Right.
it's $100. Okay, so a lot of clubs do this differently. Some say $25 a month to reach 100. Some just bill your account 100 and you're in. So if the club, let's just take a club, for example, Teresa, excuse me. And let's take Alice. I'm just going to throw it out to Alice. And Alice has 30 members, and 10 of those members are now E-Ray. They're now contributing to the E-Ray program. Okay. If you can you as an assistant governor can promote and persuade and train, develop that club to be motivated to do more, fantastic. Okay, we're asking one to grow by one. So if they had 10 and they grow by one, there'll be 11 at the end of the year, they met the goal. Okay.
Because they could lose some and then gain some, and the net is one.
Yes.
Right. So, and I understand that on the membership that you're trying to get a net 1 or a goal of net 3, but I didn't understand how that works with the money. I guess.
Sure. That's okay, Teresa. We're good. When we get to Luis, he's the big guy here. We got a platform for the assistant for all of you. We're going to be training you on all this. Okay.
Okay.
So it'll make sense later on. It'll come to you.
Okay, that's fine.
Mondo, can I
Sure.
explain a little bit for Tessa from the
Sure.
foundation? Miss Tessa,
Mm-hmm.
when these members join, the foundation chairperson is supposed to visit with these members or your membership chair or whoever and explain to them what is this EREY. And you turns around, your treasurer sends in the money and say, okay, for example, Tessa is contributing $100. Justin is contributing $100. This is where it comes from, where it's being educated by the foundation chair. You as an AG is going to be working with your president to make sure that you're going to have to get a data from us and say, okay, how many from Alice participated in the EREY? Like Mondo says, only 10. And then we can let you know who are those 10 people. It was Justin, it was Ken, it was Rogelio, and so forth. Okay?
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
I see. Our
Yeah.
club is unique because we get 100% participation. But so you're saying that if your club has 20 and only 10 people do the EREY, or how are you pronouncing it? EREY?
E-Ray.
E-Ray. Yeah.
EREY.
Mhm.
So if some clubs they have to do it at the end of the year,
Mhm.
so only 10 do it. Is that what you're saying? Okay. I
Yeah,
get
let
that.
yeah, and also too, Teresa, as an assistant governor, you're going to be asked a lot about foundation membership, everything. Now, you're not going to, well, maybe you will know it all. I don't know, but you're not expected to know it all. So
Okay.
you're going to have, like Dee Dee said, talk to the foundation chairperson at that club. We want to educate that foundation person through the foundation, which is Juan Lita and Company. Okay.
Got
You as assistant governor, you could look at yourself as a facilitator. Okay. My club, Alice, we want to grow by E-Ray by net 1. They don't know what E-Ray is. They don't know what Paul Harris is. Well, you bring in that person, the foundation, you develop a program for them. Or I shouldn't say you develop a program, but you come in with the information and train the foundation chair to promote it to the club. Okay, so you're going to find the needs of your club. Okay, you may have 4 clubs in your area. You're going to know the strengths and weaknesses of every club, or at least you should. Okay, and we'll show you how throughout the year as we progress. So let's move on. It's just a matter of time.
Wait, just a minute,
You have a
Armando.
question?
Andy has his hand up.
Okay, Andy.
So Armando, I'll keep it brief. So when you say E-Ray +1, I'm internalizing that message saying, okay, then as a club president, I'll know by the foundation report how many EREY members I have, and I just need to grow that by, at the end of the day, the end of the year, by one donor, additional
Right.
donor over
Sure.
what we had before.
Sure.
And then I just want to also communicate that Juan has, just like membership, the membership has a tremendous, vibrant committee or team. One
Mhm.
has a team of foundation members that would be made available to you as AGs to call
Mhm.
upon to help bring foundation into the club as a, weekly speaker. They could have their program and explain a lot more about the inner workings of foundation and tailor it to whatever the needs are for your clubs in your area. We'll be able to do that. So you have a lot of resources. It's not all on you. And I think we'll be speaking more to that when it comes to membership, public imaging, and foundation, as well as the service component. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your questions, and please keep asking them. Let's move on.
Victoria has her hand up. I'm sorry, Mondo.
Okay, Victoria, yes,
do
Victoria.
you
Yeah.
still have a question?
I
Yes.
just wanted to clarify, because I think I was on the same page as Tessa, that our club sees every Rotarian every year as a club thing, but you're saying it as an individual
True.
goal. So every Rotarian every year is the number of people in the club versus everybody in the club. And that's
Right.
every Rotarian every
Right.
year.
Exactly. E-rate would be, if you
5%.
had a number of the percentage of the members, you want to increase it by 1%. Okay.
I'm thinking
Yeah.
that if every member in the club is doing it, then you get a new member and have them do it. and then
Yeah,
that's a
I'm
Yeah.
like, we're already at
Okay.
100%. So
Yeah, no, but by all means, that's
Bring
a
a
very
new
good
member.
question, but
gotcha.
but just realize something. We have 13 assistant governors. We have 13 areas, 51 clubs. So not each club is going to have 100%. Not each club is going to even participate in E-rate. So it will be your responsibility as an assistant governor to find out why and educate them. Okay, we're not here to push them or ram things down their throats, but we want to educate our members, our clubs, you as assistant, educate them and show them maybe they don't know about it. Maybe we need to bring in the foundation team. So that's all I'm trying to tell you is that here's an outline, what we're trying to do from today, July 1, and what we're trying to finish by June 30th of 2022. The
Yes.
measurements will all be in the rotary.org. Okay.
Yeah.
So we don't know yet where we're starting at the benchmark. We'll get that information by July, the first week of July. We'll know exactly where we stand as a district. And then we look at it where the benchmark is and then measure it versus the goal here that I've set. And then we can change it, modify it, and see where we're at. And we can get more in detail as to your clubs in your areas and find out who's doing what. And then we see what we can do to help them. Okay, that's your role. That's your role as assistant governor.
Mondo, I would like to add also, as a Mondo's governor aide, AGs, you are to report to you, Lieutenant Luis. I know he has a plan of meeting with you all. So whatever, you need or educate, you're going to talk to Luis, and Luis and I are going to coordinate to help the AG. We're going to have like a protocol. So it's not like one club's going to call the foundation for one thing, and then another club's going to call. You AGs are going to be communicating protocol to Luis and just to your area.
And along to that, Didi, is that I think I would want to assess the club, get an idea where they are in the vibrancy thermometer. And then the assistant governor shall have an idea where they stand and they know where we can go in and help.
You can see where down the road, Luis and I have been communicating about a platform for assistant governors. We're going to be getting a little more detail, a little more educating on all this we're talking about. But let's move on for time's sake here. Membership, Helen, this is what
Sorry.
I have.
Mondo, Alan had his hands up.
Alan, okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
John is wanting to see.
in the interest of time, I'll ask at another point. It's not.
Okay, yeah. Well,
Or Alan, if
okay,
you want to,
thank
you can put it in the chat box and that way somebody can try and get to that for you.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Helen, membership. Okay. So we have under membership, grow club membership by the end of fiscal year with a net 1 with a stretch goal of net 3. So here we go. So if you had 30 members at the beginning of July 1 and you grew by 1 member at the end of the year, you did well. We're hoping for a stretch goal of a net 3. Plus 3 new members, plus new members. Okay, why am I doing this? Okay, this is a benchmark. We need to have a plan, a vision where we are and where we want to go. So at the end of the year, if we're starting off with 1,700 members, we want to finish up at least as a district. If everybody did one member, we have 52 members. Is that correct? So my math would be 1,752 at the end of the year. That's a minimum. Y'all follow me? If some clubs will go by 3 and 10. So that's the idea, is to grow membership. 100% of clubs update membership and leadership data in Club Runner. Okay, now we are working with Nancy Ross. You'll see down here at the bottom, she's the Lieutenant Governor admin. So right now, assistant governors, the president-elects are telling us that they don't have access to put that information in. We're addressing that with Nancy Ross. She's not on tonight, but we're addressing that at a later time. So we'll get you involved on that as well. Okay, improve club retention 90% or more. Engagement with our Rotary and alumni members. Okay, so Helen, would you like to add anything? Is that okay? Where are you at, Helen? Helen Peters? She on or is she not?
She's here and she
I'm
gave
on.
you a
It's
thumbs
good.
up.
Oh,
I
there
gave
she
you a
is.
thumbs up.
Oh,
Good-
okay,
Good job.
okay. Okay, public images. This is Justin. Justin, we talked about this. This is
Yep,
your checklist.
Andy Hagan has his hand up on membership though.
Andy
Just
Hagan.
very
Yes,
quick.
sir.
Yeah,
Sure.
just before we transition out, realize that I'm representing the district as the new club promoter, new club champion. So as AGs, if you will, as you do your assessments and get very familiar with the clubs in your areas, if you see the opportunity and they desire to start a satellite club or they're going to start a new Rotary club, even if it gets to the point, hey, we're thinking of a new Interact club, I'm going to offer my time and services. I will even travel out there to you to visit with those teams to see what we can do to promote and then ultimately charter at least 2 new clubs that could be a Rotary or a Rotary club or a satellite club this upcoming year. I think that was one of the things that RI and through our RI president incoming wanted was at least 2 new clubs per district worldwide. So I'm here at your disposal. And I will also be supported by our zone, which is, Debbie High and Diane Edwards, our Rotary coordinators, and the Phoenix 223 team. So we're here for you. You're not doing this alone. And I need your help because we don't have like a whole team of new club champions and promoters. So if I could work with you and through your clubs, I think this is going to be very vital, as well as our membership team. So if we have both of you all harnessed, both teams harnessed up, and Luis knows what I'm talking about, we're going to go a lot farther, faster.
Okay, thank you, Andy. Thank you. Okay, let's move on to youth services here. Stan Petraeus is not on with us. He's the Lieutenant Governor of Youth Services. Here's just some of the ideas where we're looking at. Pay attention to this last one, a 4-way test, speech contest, preparations for in-person or virtual meeting. Obviously, I believe we're going to be in person. We'll set up the time and place for the 4-way test. Tim Downing has agreed to do this again for us. Assistant governors, one of the priorities that you have, or actually 2, you have RILA up here, preparations for in-persons and pending pandemics. Okay. You're going to be in charge of there's the club 4-way test contest, and then there's the area. You, as assistant governor, are in charge of coordinating that with your clubs. Okay. We'll send out the details on how to do the 4-way test speech and how to get your clubs to participate for the monies for the contestant, the winner, to win that prize and to move on to district. That's really important for you to talk with your presidents. Get those dates in there. We will send you those dates in advance. And the district calendar has it, I believe. I should have it. Something new here is the district initiatives. I have 2 cause-based service projects here for greater impact. We have the literacy project, and we have the Fight Hunger, Feed Hope project. Basically, what I'm saying here is for the clubs to do service projects and to look at these 2 particular cause-based focus of areas. So that's all I'm saying. If they do a food bank, a fundraiser for a food bank, then they're doing the Fight Hunger, Feed Hope initiative. That's what that is. If they do something with their schools, they raise backpacks, school books, something with education to increase literacy, they're doing the literacy project. As a matter of fact, Andy's wife, Elsa, we do have a literacy project going forward on this one. So that'll be at a later time. That's real in detail, but it's a very good project. Okay, and then we have the club administration. This is Nancy Ross. We'll talk more about that later. The club recognition awards, there are 4 awards. We have the number 1 is a Rotary citation. It has not changed. It's still the same. This year's Rotary citation will be rolling over to the 21-22. It's the same one, 25 service projects, choose 13, and then you've gotten the Rotary citation. I've done the district governor's exemplary club award. I've kind of rolled off that, and I just did our own exemplary club and added a few things. If you hit 9 of the 12, then you get this award as well. Polio Plus award is pretty self-explanatory. If you donate and you give so much to the Polio Plus, the foundation, we keep records. If you've done over and above since last year, then you get recognition for the Polio Plus award. The theme, my theme this year is Peace Through Rotary Club Award. Is that it's just something we're rolling off the Club Exemplary Award. And it's all based, all this, the district plan and the club recognitions are all based on communication, all based on clubs going through you, the assistant governors, up to the district back down, all communicating together. This I believe will put us all working together, going on the same area, going in the same focus, excuse me. And we're going to go forward and going forward and serving our community. Okay, let's go to the next one. Let's go to the club visits. Justin?
Real quick on this one, Mondo, I would encourage everyone, if you're going to be using this coming year's Rotary International theme, make sure to download the official theme packet from myrotary.org. And as a side note, this is actually the incorrect logo down here. It is not the official theme logo. So beware which ones y'all are using. Make sure that it is the official theme packet from RI.
What is it, the official, that's not it?
So you're not allowed to have the mark of excellence here on the hand like that. And this has extra gradient shading on here. That this is I believe this is from a pen company out in California. But if you need so, then I can get with you and we can get you the official theme packet.
This is what was given to me by my training sessions, but that's okay. Okay, no problem. Yeah, well, that's Justin's job to keep us up to date on the.
There is a Rotary police.
There is a Rotary police. Give me a ticket. Give me a ticket. All right.
You said club visits.
Club visits. Okay.
On it.
Okay. Now, as he gets this, there is some logic to my madness here, and the logic is very simple. I'm going to give it to you guys to fix it. Now, just kidding. We're going to go through this. Okay. As I mentioned, Dee Dee is my district aide this coming year. She's going to help me, as you can see why. Okay. But I need your help as assistant governors. Justin, can you go to the next sheet? The first sheet, the blue, red and blue, or blue. There you go. Okay. Okay. Assistant governors, this is very important. This is where I need you. I need you to look at your name, your area, and look at your clubs. And you see the first one says club meeting here on top. And then I got the board meeting here, and I got your name in the area. Okay. What I need you to do is to clarify this. Okay. I need you to go to your club presidents and clarify these dates. This is flexible and negotiable. Okay. But I did this because I took off the website, the district website, to find out who and what, who was meeting when and where. So I found the noon meeting, but the board meeting was totally different. So that's why it's kind of like all over the place. So what I like to do is for you, the assistant governors, to talk to the presidents, look at the dates that I have here, and to see if it's convenient, or if it's not, we can change it. Give me a date for their board meeting and for their club meeting. Okay? Does everybody understand that? That's
J. Dean does not and has a question about it.
J. Dean. Okay. J. Dean. Talk
Thank
to
you,
me.
sir. Now, we can certainly adjust those. And when I say we, I need to say I now. I'm out of court. I can certainly adjust those. Are you looking for the actual board meeting date and the actual, or are you looking for a date that's convenient where I can pull everybody in together for your visit?
That's a good question. Now, there's two things. First, let me answer the first question. I did not know when the board meeting was meeting. Okay. I just only had the noon meeting. So normally, if in a normal circumstance, okay, in a normal environment, I would like to have the board meeting the night before the club visit. Okay, that'd be normal. But like you just mentioned, if I can have a board meeting and then have the clubs come together into one meeting, I'll leave that up to you. But the board meetings I need separate.
Okay, so you do want okay, so I will be updating them with the actual board meeting dates that they meet and the
Yes.
actual dates that they,
Well,
the
yes.
meeting.
In
Okay.
some cases, I've done this in the past as assistant governor where we had board meetings because the smaller clubs had only 3 or 4 members on the board. Then you had bigger clubs that had 9, 8 members on the board. So if you want to combine the board meetings the night before, you only have 2 clubs. So I'd say, yeah, I don't see a problem. Okay, because I will go over a list of things what we need to be talking about. Okay.
And not to belittle it, belabor it,
Yeah.
Armando, I'm sorry, but just like you were on Area 7. And so,
Yeah.
for instance, let's just say with Kingsville Club, we have that it's Wednesday, September 2nd. And of course, we meet on Tuesdays. And we may not even, because that's on a holiday or regular meeting time, let's say Kingsville Club doesn't meet that day. Would you like a closer date to September 1st? Or what should I put in that gap, for instance?
I would say this, the timing is September. It looks like the first week of September. Okay, if you can coordinate it to best of the club meeting, I will be flexible because I'm still out. Okay, my meetings don't start till August, so I will leave that up to you. I would like for you to coordinate to where it's convenient for the clubs. Okay,
Okay.
and
so-
if for some reason if there's a conflict with another meeting, then we can also reschedule it for another time.
Okay, and again, I apologize. I'm looking, like, for instance, none of those dates are correct, even the days. So like nobody meets on Friday and nobody meets on Wednesday. And so are you want me to put in the actual dates that are closest to September in that time
Yes,
frame?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
And so,
Yes.
for instance, I can get everybody together, say for maybe not for September 1st, but I might be able to get everybody together for September 3rd. Would
Right.
that be
Oh,
something
yeah,
you're looking for?
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And don't forget, if that's the noon meeting or club meeting.
Well, I'm talking about Sunrise and Kingsville. So for instance, Sunrise, nobody does anything on Friday, and no of the 2 clubs, nobody does anything on Friday or Wednesday, period.
Yeah, no,
But I can get them to do so to accommodate your schedule, because I mean, you are the
okay,
owner.
okay. Well, then that's fine. I appreciate that.
Okay.
Okay,
No,
yeah, do that. Mhm.
Armando, if I can add something on there.
Sure.
Also, assist AGs when you're talking to your clubs, remember that you need to go ahead and accommodate your schedule as well, because you will be assisting Armando at the club visit. So make sure that you're also available.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, darling.
Armando, this
Yes.
is Al. Can I
Yeah,
ask?
Alan. Sure, go right ahead, Alan.
Yeah, I just want to make sure. So in effect, what we're doing is we're organizing a date or dates that accommodate you speaking to the club and also attending the board meeting. And the board meeting, can it be the night before or the day of the
Sure.
meeting? Have
Yes.
most everybody, have a lunch. So like Corpus Christi Rotary Club, we have our meeting Thursday at noon, and our board meetings are on Thursday evening. But there might be a club that it works better for you or for the club if you came the night before, met with the board, and then attended a luncheon. Is that? Am I
Yes.
thinking?
You're correct. You're absolutely correct.
Okay.
Yes.
That's all I need.
But also want to emphasize what Darlene says is that I like for you to be their assistant governor with the visits, because it's important they see me with you and you with me, and they see us united together. And then Dee Dee and I will go over the specifics as to what I'm going to cover at the board meetings. Does that make-
Mondo, can I
okay?
add?
Yeah.
AGs, if you're going to be changing your dates, make sure to look at the other areas' dates. Because let's just say, for example, you were scheduled, Mondo was scheduled to come on September the 1st, and you want to go to September the 3rd, but he's already going to be at another club. So we have to be very careful when you want to change the dates. Okay.
So we need to get this calendar, these dates emailed to us, because I can't print it off the screen, or can I?
Oh, you should
It's already been emailed to you.
It's
I
been,
didn't get that one.
I
The
haven't.
one that's
Okay.
on the screen, I didn't get.
That's the one that went in at 6 o'clock in the morning, Luis. You should have it.
Luis, look at sheet number 1. Look at sheet number 1. This is an Excel. You're looking at sheet 2. Go to sheet 1.
on the bottom of the
And
tab.
the bottom tab. See
Yeah,
that?
so it
On the
comes in
bottom
as
of the
board,
tab?
as board meeting, I think. And so you have to scroll
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
You see down here?
Okay. Like I said, AGs, there's some logic to my madness. It was madness trying to put it together, but I need your help. Okay.
And
So-
Mondo,
Yeah.
if we do need to, maybe, because I can see like you're going to Kingsville one day, shooting over to Corpus the next day, to return to Kingsville the day, and then shoot back to Corpus, September 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Do we communicate with Darlene if maybe we can help kind of smooth that out for you? Or
Dee
DD?
Dee, Dee Dee,
Okay.
yes. Yeah.
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 You will be communicating with me and not directly with Mondo, so we can make sure we're aligned, because I will be following up with the AGs, of course, including Lieutenant Luis on here. But yes, correct. If the sooner you can talk to the clubs, make sure, give it back to us so we can have a final copy. And I don't know, Mondo, but if we can get it back within maybe 2 weeks, that would be ideal, and get it locked in.
Yeah. As you can see, AGs, I purposely wanted to start it in August because I know we've all been presidents, and we all, you're assistant governors. And I know in July, they're just starting out to get their board together. Some are doing their great jobs now. Some are getting started July 1. We got a holiday and they're just getting their board meetings, and some are going on vacation. So I purposely want to start in August, my visits. Okay. So we have, and I appreciate what Dee Dee said. If we can get it, the sooner the better. 2 weeks sooner out before we get to July 1. If you can confirm this with your club areas, I appreciate that, and get it to Dee Dee. However, I understand that sometimes these club presidents kind of sit on it for a while, but you need to drive it to them, okay? Don't be afraid to send them an email and say, and just say the governor is expecting you to respond and get these dates in. I mean, I don't mind you doing that, but we got to get this in order for me to be on schedule. Let me tell you something when I was going through this, okay? Because I did this back when I was a district governor nominee and when I was executive elect, excuse me. And it was early in the months, and trying to really figure out what I want to do. Actually, the idea was, I'll take Laredo, for example. I wanted to spend the whole week and cover everybody in 1 week, but it didn't work out because the board meetings, new meetings, early meetings, it just didn't work out. Okay. So, I thought it would, it just didn't work out when I saw the schedules. Okay. But that's going off what I saw off the district website when they met, their noon meetings or evening meetings or morning meetings. So it was just kind of crazy. So I just put together, if I could spend August in Laredo and September in so-and-so areas, I just kind of coordinate closely. We don't have to be an exact science. Just talk to the club presidents, try to get as close as you can to what I've got, and then get back to Dee Dee on these. Go to sheet 2, Justin, sheet 2. Any
Wait,
other
Mondo, yes.
questions? Go
Tessa
ahead.
had a question. She said, is it important that you meet with the board before the club? Is that what you're recommending, that you want to meet with the club?
I would recommend it, but if it's not possible, that's okay. Okay. And let me tell you the idea behind this. Okay. As assistant governors, we just went over the district plan. There's other things we got to go over with. These are things that we need to talk to the club presidents, the foundation chair, membership chair, and the board members. When I speak to the board members, I'm going to talk to them about their goals. Where are they? What are they doing? Where are they in their plan? Are they on course, off course? Where's the weaknesses? Okay. Now, and we're gonna talk about that. Okay, we're gonna see what we can do to help them grow, help them develop new leaders, help them develop a better club. Okay, that's what I'm trying to get. Those are questions I'll be asking. The data will be in front of me, would be the foundation membership, all coming from Rotary RI. And that's where you enter the information, the goals, and so on. Okay, so we'll be pulling that off the data. There's a lot of data we can pull and read. And we'll get into that a little later on in the training sessions. That's where Luis and I come, and we're going to talk to you about how to read the data. Foundation, annual giving, Polio Plus, each club in the district, and so on. There's a lot to go over, assistant governors. We're going to go one step at a time. But I think it's important we focus on the club visits, because I'm getting calls from the presidents, and I'm telling them we're going to roll it out soon, and I want them to communicate with you. I am telling the club presidents to communicate with you so that you're in communication with them. Okay, so any other questions?
I want to add, Mondo, AGs, that we're going to be working with you with all of this. Don't panic. I'm going to outline what's going to be needed. I'm going to be working with Luis, and we can do a virtual Zoom and just talk about visits and what Mondo is expecting and what your role is, and reserving rooms and things like that. So for right now, email me your recommendation on changes, because it's going to be a recommendation, because also I'm going to visit with Mondo to make sure that it's correct. I mean, it's possible, and then get back to you and say, yes, you're set with these recommendations that you sent to me. Okay?
Okay.
So
If there's no further questions, I'd like to move on for my expectations with the assistant governors, because we're already at 6:15. I don't want to take too much time. It's Thursday. I know you guys want to start your drinks early. If you don't, you better get to know me. Okay, any questions so far, AGs? Talk to me. Ask the questions. Luis, Kent, Greer, you're on there. Talk to me. Hey, by the way, Kent, did Dan show up?
I just wanted to say, Darlene, I didn't know they were on sheets at the bottom. That's what so I just started printing. So I saw.
I've been watching. Armando,
Yeah.
Answer your question. No, he hasn't. And
Okay.
I've been looking for the assistant governors from areas 1 through 5. And
Yeah.
it looks like we're vacant. We're absent here.
Yeah, well, trust me. That's why we're taking roll call, because I will get them, okay? I'm gonna get on them. Okay.
Wait a minute. Area 5 is here.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, Alan's
I am
here.
wrong.
Alan's here.
The star of the Northern District is Alan Wilson, Executive Vice
Yeah.
President for Charter Bank,
Yeah.
an all-around good guy. Did I make up a little?
Does that make
I
him a
agree
North
with
Star?
that.
Let me tell you, Alan's on fire. When I spoke to him at the conference, he's on fire. We're gonna get going on that.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Alan.
We were
Thank
having
you for-
drinks too.
Thank you
remember?
for correcting me. And thank you for being here, by the way.
One of the things, okay, let me just talk to you about something else. You don't have this, it's my notes. This is from me to you, assistant governors, my expectations, okay? Now, those who've been assistant governors 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, I expect a little more. You should know this by now, but for the new assistant governors, be patient. We're gonna get rolling here. But here are my expectations for you as assistant governors. When I come talk to you, or I'll talk to you, call me, text me, I'll talk to you one-on-one. I'll be telling you a few things. Pay attention when it comes to your club visits. When I start coming around to the club visits, that's when I'll be getting in touch with you, and I'll be a little more focused with you, talking about what's going on and blah blah blah. We'll go forward. But here's what I want from you. Here's what I want from you guys, all of you. I want you to be available and be approachable to your presidents. You're the support they need, because they have a lot of questions. Think about the time when you were presidents and you didn't have the answers. They're going to come to you. I want them to come to you, okay? You're going to be the face of the district. So be approachable, be available. Okay, visit the clubs regularly. Now, you don't have to go every week, okay, but you gotta go at least once a month, okay? Visit those clubs, okay? Visit your clubs, say a little, when they introduce you, give them something from the district website, talked about upcoming events, upcoming developments, upcoming training sessions. Be a little more, be motivated and say, hey, I like to see 5 members from this club go here. Talk a bit because they want to hear you. They may not look like they do, but trust me, they want you to talk to them. Okay, I want you to maintain a presence in the club. So it's one thing visiting. If you could attend their installation, their special event, whatever they have going on, try to make those events. I want you to provide not only their club president, but future leaders in the club. Provide them with training. We have RLI, we got Helen Peters membership, we have foundation, we have youth service programs. We have an abundance of trainings, people that are ready to train those future leaders. Okay, I also want you to collect information from the clubs, information, good or bad, good things that we're doing, bad things we're not approaching or not even thinking about. Don't be afraid to report that to me, okay? Also, if you see something, or one of the things I want you to do as assistant governor, I'll be asking you, I'll say Rogelio, you've got area 13, you've got 4 clubs, 5 clubs. What is it that you want to do as an assistant governor in your 3 years that you want to do that you're going to be known for? It could be, you could have a club that is a non-giving club. And trust me, we got clubs that don't give. So I'm just telling you, give an example of what I'll be asking you. What do you want to do as an assistant governor? What is your expectations as an assistant governor? You're the leader, you're the face of the district there. I also want you to provide the clubs with information regarding Rotary International, the district, and everything that's going on. I also want you to make suggestions on how to improve their club meetings or their club plans. If they're not doing something that the club is training their future leaders, suggest a plan of action for them, okay? Don't be afraid to do that. Trust me, they're expecting you to tell them these things, okay? I also want you to work with the district leadership teams. We've got lieutenant governors of membership, lieutenant governor of foundation, PR image that's here. We got youth services that is not here, which I'll be talking to. He'll be getting a little message from me. And you'll be, I want you to talk to them and see what you can do to help us do a better job of training future Rotarians, okay? Also, number one, the biggest one is prepare for my trip, because Dee and I will work with you to get that done. That's probably the biggest one. But any questions, assistant governors, to me at this time?
Hey, Mondo, I have a question.
Sure.
Can AGs install their club's officers and board of directors?
Yes.
For those that are
Absolutely.
new here. Okay.
Yes.
And that's
As a
what they're
matter of-
encouraging.
As a matter of fact, assistant governors, it's an honor when they ask you to come in and do the installation of their officers. If you don't have an outline, remind Darlene or Dee, I'll get one to you, okay? And I'll get you one for installation of officers and one for membership. You got to have that, okay? Because you will be asked to do those things. And then make it real more professional and meaningful. Put a little something extra in there, and I think you'll go a long way. But yes, you can, okay? Any questions, assistant governors? Now's your time to shoot at me. Okay, we are working, Darlene, I'll be meeting with Darlene. We're all working on your badges, okay? I don't know the theme color yet, but I think I got one the other day. It's a gold. It's gonna have your name, assistant governor, and our theme and so on. We're gonna be ordering that pretty soon, okay? So, okay, Justin, if you can put up the Exemplary Club Recognition Award.
Just the exemplary or both of them?
Well, both of them, but let's go with Exemplary first.
Okay.
Okay, this is the Exemplary Club Award by the District Governor. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, there are club recognition awards. We have the Rotary Citation. That is set by Rotary International President. It is his way of recognizing a superior club, a club that is well balanced in foundation, membership, service, and polio. Okay, so what I did was the governors have their own recognition clubs. This is mine. This is called the Exemplary Club Recognition Award. Here we go. So you have your Rotary Citation, and then you have the Exemplary Award. Okay. Now think of it, as I mentioned earlier, if a club president asks you, "Hey, Alan, how do I plan my year?" You say, "Follow the citation. Look at the citation and follow that." And they say, "Hey, Alan, that's just, we're not there. I don't think we can do 13. Okay. Hey, look at the Exemplary Award. That's another way of setting your goals, your plan. So let's take a look at that. So here are the qualifications. Obviously club in good standing. Number 2, look at this one. Meet with your assistant governor once a month and complete your club action plan by August 1st, 2021. Aha. So what I'm telling the club presidents is to get their club plan ready and meet with you by August 1st. What did I tell you about July? It's going to happen. They don't have anything ready yet. So you just shoot this over to them. By the way, they will get this information. Okay, look further down here. Successfully complete 9 of the 12. You can go ahead and read those, to yourselves. But this is all designed. This is the most important part right here in the bottom. I'm going to read this to you. The District Governor's Exemplary Club Recognition Award is designed as a pathway for each club to engage with their designated assistant governor, there it is again, and serves as a two-way communication link between clubs and the district leadership committees. Okay, that's what it's designed to do, for them to reach out to you, to reach out to us, and back and forth. Okay, so you can see that there. So this is a way they can do it. Any questions on this? Anybody? I think it's doable. Let's go to the next one. The next one is the theme. This is the Peace Through Rotary is our theme logo. It's my theme logo this year. Ours, you can see the logo there, Peace Through Rotary. This is the final design, by the way. I just ordered them. You see the eagle, or the dove, excuse me, the dove that's our piece with 5930. It's real nice. I just placed the order. We'll be getting those soon. I'll be getting a lot of things to you in the month of June and July. That's our theme. This is the recognition award. So now we talked about, let me back up, gentlemen and ladies and gentlemen. We have over 50 clubs. Not all clubs are going to make the Rotary Citation. Not all clubs are going to do the Exemplary. But this is a third way of doing it. This is the theme, the Peace Through Rotary. If you go down a little bit for me, Justin. Look at qualification number 2, meet with your assistant governor once a month, complete that plan. This is another plan. This one, now everybody can hit citation, Rotary Citation, Exemplary, and the theme and portfolio. That's great. But trust me, there are clubs, the small clubs that are only 10 members, 8 members, 12 members. This is something they can do. This is doable. I don't want to leave them out. I believe if they just hit 9 of these here, this is a plan for those clubs that never really get recognized, but do a lot out there in their communities. I think this is something we can do. And then the final review is by the exec committee, by you and us, and everybody will look at it, and we'll make a judgment call as to who gets these awards. Okay, but I just want to bring it out to you. That's another way of planning their year. Look at number 2 here. Give to the Rotary Foundation in amount of $500 or more. Okay. Look at the showcase number 3. Showcase your club promoting World Polio Day. Look at number 4. Recognize your newest members at your social gatherings and or invite a potential member. Okay, there's 3 things here. these three are here is coming off the district action plan. Foundation, polio, and now membership. Do you see that? All these three requirements hit those three district initiatives or district goals. Okay. That's what I'm trying to accomplish all in one. Try to get everybody going in the same direction, but it'll be fun. We'll try to get them going. All right. So we're down to 6:25, almost 6:30. I went over the path with the club recognition awards. We went over the club visits. I went over my expectations with you. We talked about Didi being our district governor aide. What we'll be doing, Luis Cavazos will be doing a platform, the lieutenant governor, executive assistant governor, excuse me. Anything that I leave out, assistant governors, I'm relying on you to go out there and be the face of the district. And I will be calling you, and I'll let you know what I'm calling you and what I'm calling you about. And it's going to be about this, okay? So don't get me wrong. I'm here to help you grow those clubs, and we're here to help Rotary grow. That's what we're all here about, okay? Anybody want to say anything? Questions? Kathy Preddy, let me hear from you, Kathy.
All right, I was thinking, yes, for someone who's starting their 4th year as an AG, I love it. I love every minute of it. I've been in Rotary a long time. And when I first got in, like 30 years ago, you mentioned that the governor was coming and, oh, you were so nervous.
Yeah.
Through the years, this younger generation, it's like the governor's going, well, he's coming when we can have him. I cannot tell you how many times I will give a club the schedule and it's, well, we're not going to do that. We would have never done that 30 years ago, even 20 years ago. It's the governor's coming, you're going to meet. But one of the things in my little area that has worked, the smaller clubs, if I have 5 people, like the Willacy Club has struggled with membership. They're high performing as far as service, but they will meet. Sometimes it's been one meeting, Armando. So I hope that's okay. There's no reason to meet the first 5 and then the next 5. They just kind of rolled it all in as one. And then I have a morning club that a lot of times, sometimes they'll do a night before if they can, but a lot of times you come to the meeting and then you stay with them an hour after. And then I've had a noon club that they will like you to come an hour before the meeting and you stay for the meeting. And really that's good for your schedule because they free up that night before for you. But Harlingen will always have a dinner. Harlingen Club will always have a dinner and always host you the next day on Friday for the club meeting. So I just wanted everyone to understand that if you can keep them close to that time frame, you're right. And Dee Dee mentioned it. You'll look up on the calendar. He's not going to be able to come just because that club meets another day or they've switched their schedule. We need to try to get our clubs to accommodate the governor's schedule within a lot of reason and on those days that he's selected. And anyway, that's just my 2 cents on that.
Oh, thank you.
And it looks like a great year. I apologize. I wasn't at conference. We had a
that's fine.
Death in the close family of friends, and it just was not possible. So I know it was a great assembly for a lot of good things.
Well, thank you. Thank you for those comments too. And yes, as you can see what Kathy was saying, that she knows her clubs. So AGs, I need you to get out there and know your clubs. Let me call out, because we already heard from JD, Rogelio. Alan, you want to say anything, Alan? You have a question? And I will call people out.
Armando?
Go ahead.
I really don't have a question. I'm looking forward to the year. I appreciate knowing more and more. I kind of got in about after the year began last year. And so it's been a learning experience for me. But it looks like we're going to have a great year. It's going to be easier to be with our clubs and get to know them more.
Sure.
And I just sure hope that the Aggies go all the way.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
That's the key. Forming a relationship with your presidents, I think.
I think Nancy Ross had her hand up. Nancy Ross, are you on?
Yes, I'd like to just request that you encourage all the members of this team to make sure all the clubs get their club officers input. We still
Yes.
have quite a few clubs that have not input their club officers for your year in Club Runner. And we
Yes.
need to start out your year right and have all the officers in there. So you know who to contact when you want to contact clubs.
Yes, Nancy, I will call you. I need to get together with you so we can set up a schedule so we can talk to the AGs about that. And then we'll talk to the presidents, and I need to talk to you first, how we're going to do this to roll it out. But yes, Nancy Ross is Lieutenant Governor Admin. As I mentioned, Nancy, I know you weren't on earlier. I don't know if you were on earlier, but I mentioned to the AGs that we do know that there are some club presidents that have not done that, and that I'd be working with you to resolve that. We're going to put a plan together with you heading it up. And we'll get that out to the AGs. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're
So
welcome.
if I may add to the AG, you heard, it is out of respect to call your district governor by their title, District Governor Mondo and so forth. And we've gone away from that, or past district governor, if they come to you, to your meeting and so forth. But I heard Mondo mention 3 times that he had gone to our district website, and this is where he got the dates of the clubs to create his schedule. I'm going to advise that if you have a little bit of time and talk to your clubs or go see the website to make sure that their meeting date and time is correct. Because if you have a club and someone wants to come visit your club, will it be somebody from the district or someone that's a Rotarian? They're going to go straight to our district website. So we want to make sure that is updated because, like I said, District Governor-elect Mondo talked about that he went up there and there's some changes and they don't meet. So just FYI, there's some things that we can clean up prior to that, which are little things, but those little things do matter. Okay. Thank you.
Let me call out Victoria Mosqueda. How do you see this? You're coming here, Victoria. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm at work.
Yeah, work.
One of the
okay.
few people who actually comes into an office.
Oh.
But no, I don't really have any questions, and I'm excited, but slightly hesitant, just because I might switch clubs myself, but within my area.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just personal reasons and scheduling just started to not work out. But I have a lot of plans for McAllen. I know there's some headbutting or things that are just kind of childish. And I'd like to figure out a way to resolve that, at least, if not in my first year. I have 2 others to see what we can do about that and to create more synergy within the clubs here in McAllen and also with Rio Grande.
Well, trust me, I appreciate that. With you and Jane Cross and me being in Edinburgh, we're going to be doing that synergy. I'm aware of the McAllens, and Juanita and I talked a few things. We got them rolling on a few things that I got to bring you up to date. But also, you mentioned Rio Grande City. It's a fantastic club. They're just way out there. I don't expect you to they meet on noons on Fridays, okay? And
that's
so
okay.
So if you can, okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm human resource manager for Aptus Therapy, and we have a clinic over there. So
okay.
It actually kind of makes sense. So I can go during a lunch.
You'll love them. They're a fantastic club. They do very well, and we need to bring them. They want to be part of your area, okay? So there's a little history there. Okay, thank you, Victoria.
Kathy has her hand up.
Kathy, go ahead, Kathy.
I was gonna tell Victoria, the Harlingen, the clubs that I have in my area have been very close because we've done projects together. But one of the things that I did do this year and I have done before, and I think maybe Andy Z does it on a regular, like a quarterly basis, is we've had some Zoom calls with just the presidents, and I invite the presidents and the president-elects, and I would invite the governor to come in on a Zoom call, because that's what happened to us this year. And that got the presidents together. And then I was able to put together a polio project with my 4 clubs, to where we were fundraising together. And as they fundraised in their club I gave away a Paul Harris Fellow, they were able to then turn that money they raised in on behalf of their own club. And so we've done some little area projects together like that. And even to the point where we'll send out notices to do COVID clinics together. So try that. Maybe that'll you get a new generation of people that want to cooperate and work together, and see the validity of, we're stronger if we're working together and not fighting with each other. I don't know what the issue is up there. I don't even care to know about it. But if maybe a younger group is in, or maybe it's an older group, and see the value of working together, that will just disappear for you. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
She's going to do great. I know everybody. Let's hear from Teresa.
Wait,
Is it-
Armando, also, Alan has his hand up. He's been
Sure.
wanting to
Okay,
say something.
Alan, go ahead.
Just one thing, I was impressed at the district conference about the potential for having a global grant in our own district. And I was wondering if we could put a full court, wouldn't it be neat if we have 50-something clubs, if a bunch of them or all of them would be participants together, talking about bringing clubs together, working on the same project in our own district. Anyway, I think our club would be in. And so if there's a way that early on we could work together, I think
We're on the ground stages right now, Alan, on that global grant here. It's here in McAllen, and Elaine Hernandez is their club, the Mission Club, is sponsoring that global grant, and we are working with that. I've been talking to District Governor Eddie at this point, and so we're moving forward. We just got to get a few clarifications done, technical stuff, and we're going to put that out there to everybody. Yeah. But yes, it's in our backyard for the first time. We got a global grant. And we're also going to be communicating with Mexico. And those clubs over there, I've been in touch with the incoming district-elect governor-elect, excuse me, Enrique Brooks. He's out of Brownsville. He lives in Matamoros, Mexico, but lives in Brownsville. So I'm in communication with him to see what they can do to support us as well. Good comment there. Good comment. Appreciate that. Tessa? Is it Tessa or Teresa?
It's Tessa, but it's short for Teresa, so either one is fine, but everyone calls me Tessa. I want to say that these meetings are always motivational and I appreciate them. And I went to PETS training with Victoria and Jay Dean. We went at the same time, so I got to mingle with both of them, and I think they're both going to be great. So I'm excited, and this is my 3rd year, and I still feel like I'm learning, and so thank you for all the support.
Well, we're here to. How about Betsy? Betsy, you're still there?
I think she had
No,
to
she
sign
had
off.
to-
She had
she
another
had to
meeting.
sign off, yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Armando,
Yes.
it's Kent. Teresa. Are you there?
Yes, hi, Ken.
Hi, how you doing? You said 3rd year. And
Yes.
my year is after Armando. So are your plans that you'd like to continue, or
Well,
do you have someone that you think might be good to shadow you this year for a succession?
Yeah, Dee Dee and I are in the same club, and we actually have some new members, and Dee Dee's been a big part of that. And I think we've got some people with some good energy that could probably be involved. And Dee Dee and I will talk about that with Ophelia and Miguel, and we've got some new people that I think it would be great for them to get more involved.
I'll try to remember this. I forget about Alan all the time, but I'll try to remember about. Thank you, Alan. That's a good smile. I appreciate you, man. But I'll try to remember succession planning for AGs, as you can imagine, as Victoria is feeling. what in the world have I decided to do? These guys know what their clubs expect. They're going to do what they want to do. The district is a district. How do I communicate? How do I get this all done? And so if you had someone that you could work with, maybe the latter part of the year, but if you could think about that, because succession planning can make a whole big difference about how you take your first step off. All right.
Great.
Thank you, Kent.
Thank
Let's
you.
hear from Rogelio. Rogelio.
Rogelio had to sign up also.
Okay. All right. Any other AGs left that I didn't miss? If not, how about from the team? Anybody else? Justin, do you have something you want to add to the group?
Not at this time. There's plenty of time to add to the big room moving
Okay.
forward.
Luis Cavazos, talk to me, buddy.
I think that this is the first time that we do something like this, Mando, and having a platform for the assistant governors. And I think it's a breakthrough. I think we're going to have a lot of fun doing it. And any little bit that we do is better than what we had, I think. Because the idea came, the seed was planted because the governors leave for 3 months, maybe 4 months, and you're busy. You don't have time to be dealing with that. But so Darlene, Dee Dee, and myself and the district governors will have a platform to which we can discuss things that happen in clubs and how we can all, compare notes. And that's the whole idea of this, So help us out, be present in the meetings that we have. And I think we're really going to take the district to the next level.
Well, I think, what you and I talked about, we talked about what we're going to do to educate the assistant governors, how to develop a more under foundation membership, youth services. It's quite a bit. We just got to take it step by step. And one of the most important things, assistant governors, I mentioned earlier, as I said to you, we're going to show you how to take the data, analyze the data, and talk to your club presidents. Here's the data. Here's how the district, or here's how RI sees you, because of what you've been doing. So there's records, so we can just show them and talk to them and say, hey, according to this, this is what we can do to improve this, blah, blah, blah. So that's where Luis comes in. We're going to be talking about a platform. Kent and I and Luis, we're all in line with this. It's a 3-year plan, gentlemen and ladies and gentlemen, 3-year plan. Darlene, my district secretary, thank you so much for all you do. Any comments from you?
Sure. I just want to say that I know that a lot of people had to sign off already, but as I've been working with the Mondo, I've noticed that one of the biggest things, the big key to all of this is communication. So we're going to do our best. I know that everybody gets emails all the time, but he's trying to come up with a plan where we're going to be doing some WhatsApp or Telegram or some way of communicating with each other. And so that way it'll be easier. And as he has said, and we have said in the past, communication is the key to any successful relationship or organization to actually flourish. And so we're going to do our best to communicate with each other. So that's why with Dee Dee being the governor aide and being hand in hand and Luis talking to all the AGs, remember that we can always communicate back and forth. And so we're here for all of you. And so I'm available. And I know that some of you already reach out to me and ask me questions via email. You can always text me. And so I'm always here for you as well.
Thank you. Speaking of WhatsApp app, we were talking about that, Luis and I and Kent. We want to have a conversation with the assistant governors. You can talk to us, talk to me directly on a WhatsApp rather than a text message or an email. That's the communication we're going to be doing. I'll be having the same communication with the club presidents and so on. So we're going to develop that in a couple of weeks. So thank you, Darlene, for reminding me of that. Okay, it's already 6:45. Let's start our Memorial Day weekend. Let's remember why we're enjoying this weekend. It's our veterans who gave us this precious freedom, our country. Let's honor them. Put your flag up there. Support the blue, men and women in blue. Let's see, do I have Nancy Ross? Any last words from Nancy Ross?
Words of wisdom.
How about Helen? Helen Peters. Helen's on fire, I tell you.
I don't think so.
I think Nancy's
She left.
gonna say something next.
Yeah.
Okay.
The other thing I
Uh,
wanted to say is I'm here to help the club. I'm more than willing to give them training sessions or point them in the right direction. So I'll be here all year to help them run their clubs more effectively.
We need you, Nancy, because I will be talking to you about a rollout plan for that, because we got to get that out to the assistant governors and to the presidents and to the leadership team. So I'll be calling you after the weekend. Is that okay with you? I'll be
here next week.
okay.
No problem.
Okay, we'll work on that together. I'm working on the installation committee tomorrow. I'll be with them tomorrow. And then, of course, the weekend, and then I'll be in touch with everybody. But if
Mondo,
not,
we have two hands up, Justin
Okay.
and Ellen.
Justin, go ahead,
Alan,
Justin.
Alan, you go ahead. Mine's a programming question, so go for
Okay,
it.
I appreciate you, Mondo, talking about Memorial Day and what it means. I was reminded today of a passage in the Bible that says, greater love does no man have than the one that he lays down his life for his friends. And this is what we celebrate on Memorial Day. And
Amen.
appreciate you mentioning that, but this is a time to remember the sacrifice so many people have given us so that we have the freedom like we're doing tonight to speak.
You know, Alan, I don't have to tell everyone here, is particularly you, our country is going through an awakening, and it's sad. It is so sad what I'm hearing our congressional leaders talk about: racism, defunding the police, socialism. It's unbearable. Okay. So when I was putting together our theme, governors, it's kind of like a tradition to have a theme. I mean, you don't have to have one, but we do that. You have an international theme, and then you have the district theme. So as I was contemplating and thinking about my theme, I was in heavy prayer, and peace kept coming to me. Well, so what is peace? Peace is without conflict. Peace is harmony. Peace is togetherness. It's us and doing the right thing for the humanity. As you mentioned, there's no greater love than the one who laid down his life for us. Okay, that is a great example of serving humanity. He is a great servant. We are servants. Our motto says so. You know, service above self. We put others above us. Okay. You know, my problems are really not bigger until I see somebody else's problems. I say, oh my God, you know, that's the business that we're in. Rotary is serving humanity, and we're in the business of serving our communities, the world, so on. So when I was thinking about peace, kept coming back to me. So I researched it. I really wanted to use peace through service. It was already used, so I came through with peace through Rotary, and I didn't want to reinvent the wheel. Found a logo. I just showed it to you, and showed it to the team, and we liked it. We tweaked it a little bit. I just got the artwork approved. I just placed the order. You'll be getting those pins and wear them proudly. So this coming year we're coming out, but we should be thankful and understanding as to what this Memorial Day weekend is. 4th of July coming up, what that is. June 6th, D-Day. And of course, June 10th. Everybody knows June 10th, right, Darlene? It's the district governor's birthday.
It's the district governor's birthday.
Anyway, thank you, Alan. Justin, you had something to say?
Yeah, thank you, Alan, for making me go after that. But so I did record this, and I'm going to have it up on YouTube. And so if you want, then I can make it public and I can post it to Facebook so that you can share it with the AGs that were not able to be here tonight. If you think it's a bad idea, then I won't do that.
I think so. We need to get the communication out. And one thing that Dee Dee said that I emphasize a lot, district website, you know, I put out the operating budget. We paid Nancy Paulson, who's our webmaster. You know, she does a great job, but we pay her to do these things. And if we're not utilizing the website and the district app, then we're wasting our money. We got to do something more efficiently with our monies. So that's why I emphasize that a lot. So, all right. Any last words from Dee Dee? You have any last words?
Mondo, I just want to say thank you for really asking me to be your governor's aide. I've really have enjoyed working with Darlene to transition to district secretary. Um, and I'm still going to be part of the board, but for you to ask me to be your governor's aide, and when you call me and you're honest and say, okay, Didi, where do you want to go on the district team? And I didn't have, a position, but getting a call that Juan wanted me as his co-chair, and I said yes. And then when you asked me to be your governor's aide, I said, well, I don't want to lose being a co-chair for foundation because you mentioned it. What is our goal as a Rotarian in the district? I don't want to stay in a position forever. And that is, but I appreciate that the transition is going to be great. I'll be working with you and Luis and the AGs and so forth. So thank you, District Governor-elect Mondo, because we tend to forget our titles. And congratulations, AGs. Y'all are going to do a wonderful job. One thing is wear your title. If you're in a Zoom meeting, wear your name tag. You earned it. You belong there. And go out and be the face of your area and this district 5930 because we're all here to serve above self. Thank
Edie,
you.
you forgot
Well
to put your
said.
title in your on your name today.
Well, the reason was because I was waiting for Mondo to introduce me because I didn't want my name to say, oh, so she's a governor aide, but and then I totally forgot. But thank you. Thank you so much.
The governor aide is very important. Just what you trust me, working with the club's AGs and the club visitation is going to take a lot. And I felt you were up for the challenge. Trust me, you were there. So AGs, we've got a good team. We got a great leadership team, a great support team. We're there for you. Okay, everybody, end of meeting. God bless you all. I love y'all. Thank y'all for coming. Remember Memorial Day weekend, fly your flag, hug a veteran. Goodbye.